Hi everyone, welcome back to Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader. We're just about to drop into Dargonus, I think, aren't we? It's been a couple of days since I last played. Yeah, there we go. Administratum on Valancius' palace. And what do I leave behind? Delia and Heinrich. I think I need to take Heinrich down. There will be lots of talkies. Will I get another attack on me straight away? Clementia Versarian. Oh, Abelard's family. Oh, shit about Abelard. Never protects. Welcome home, your ladyship. A stately woman in a long, old dress uniform makes a graceful curtsy. Her short grey hair does not obscure her stern features. I'm Clementia Versarian, Court Chancellor of the Von Valancius dynasty. On behalf of all Dargonus, please accept my deepest condolences on the untimely passing of Theodore Von Valancius. The departure is a terrible blow to us all. But as one star expires, another always flees to life. Although still overcoming bitterness and grief, your subjects hope you will become trade dynasty's guiding light in these dark, trying times. Please, Galanda. The young man quickly brings a respirator to his burned face and bows his head courteously. His raven black hair veils his burns and skull implants. His thin metal fingers creak quietly as he offers a welcoming gesture. Achilles Scalander, Secretary at the Administrative Department. I hope your journey to Dargonus was not darkened by unwanted troubles. He has some incidents, but those are irrelevant at this moment. Quite right, your ladyship, what happened cannot be unchanged. You still have great deeds ahead of you. Let us look to the future with hope in our hearts. Does your ladyship wish to survey the grounds, or perhaps we should state your curiosity about answering any questions you might have? Governor Urban Drivestem has been notified of your arrival in Dargonus and will visit the palace shortly. Preparations for the official visit are well in hand, but your ladyship has still plenty of time before the meeting. Did you say your last name was? Clementia? Versarian, it's not polite. You heard correctly, your ladyship. I am the House Versarian, Lord Abelard's granddaughter and direct descendant. The succession of service is an effective good. It grants new generations understanding of the function within the mechanism. Why isn't the governor here to greet me? Apologies, your ladyship. Governor Drivestem's residence on the other side of the world, by the administrator of the Palace of Dargonus. Sent word as soon as you enter the system, but it takes time to travel the great distances of your domain. Yeah, that's bullshit. Chancellor Versarian appears unruffled, but you cannot shake the thought that the governor's latest is a subtle political gesture designed to test the limits of what is acceptable when it comes to interacting with the new Hawk trader. I'd like to rest before the meeting. Where are my chambers? Very close, just down the hall. That is also where the study and audience chamber are. Clear's face brightens with a pearly white smile restoring to his former good looks. Lady Theodora's study has remained locked since the last departure. On account of your arrival, we've arranged for it to be tidied up. It's ready whenever you need it. I think we are dismissed. I apologise for my bluntness. I have a request to make, perhaps before the meeting takes place. The illustrious Lord Captain could spare a few minutes for a conversation with me. He bows his head. I'm certain that you'll find my report on the state of affairs and the Von Valance's protectorate most useful. Your will. Spiders in a jar. Achilles. Not everyone's here.
This is intriguing.
Yes. Where's the goods? Do that? Yes, sir. That's a coin. Glinting the light, the coin falls into the clear water and sinks to the bottom. Just done anything. Dargonus messengers. Nothing. I've heard worrying things about Dargonus. Oh, nice, 7%. Not Pascal. Okay, I'm not sure it was Pascal, not me. Personal character. Living fruit-bearing tree in the heart of a hive road is a fantastical sight. Probably use a lot more water to tend to this tree than the average Dargonus citizen can hope to receive in their daily ration. Trees are thirsty. As Argenta keeping an eye on Adira. In case she freaks out. Got a shrine. Plaque lists the names of each rogue trader to have led the Von Valance's dynasty dating back to the day the capital world was founded. Yes. Guess my list, my name will be put on there soon enough. I could go by Abelard and come back down again. Where's Argenta? Who's Lord Imperium? Confessor. Standing upon the altar is an ancient image of Saint Macarius. Its regal frame is covered in marks. The relic was claimed in a battle on a remote and forgotten world. I think I should have my seneschal with me, really. Where's Adira hiding out then? Up here, next to the guns. It says she's down here somewhere. Am I just behind? See Argenta? I'm right next to her. Oh no. Is she up here? Apparently I'm right next to her. Can't see her. Is she invisible? Maybe she's there. Maybe that's her. Yeah, I think I'll go back to Abelard. To my shop. Might be useful. I'll save it here in case it all fucks up. And pause, because you don't want to be watching all the loading screens. I think I'll remove Jai and Abelard. Pause here. Right, that was simple enough. Just up to the ship and back down again. And with Abelard. Let's go into the palace. Welcome, your ladyship. Let me inform you of the location of the chambers of your dynastic estate. The main throne room is up the stairs and straight ahead. The subject Achilles Scalander has informed me that he humbly awaits the opportunity to meet with you there. Your ladyship wishes to rest after your long journey, then your personal chambers are up the stairs and on the right. Have a snoot around there, try to find some roots. What else? Some servitors. Need anything whatever your soul desires, I'll be right next to your chambers, eagerly waiting your orders. Okay. Everybody's here now. Empty display cases. Waterway detectors. I like the graphics here. Very much so a 40K thing. Wow. Faint mark on the polished mantelpiece, which was likely left by glass. Picture?
What do we have here?
Ah. The leather cover bears the names of authors, mostly philosophers and theologians from Dargonus. The spines of the books are trimmed with gold. Reed's catcher. Oops. When wearer moves through a cell occupied by an enemy, wearer gains plus 15 dodge against that enemy's attacks until the next turn. Let's go for Abelard or Heinrichs, I guess. What's he got on? Virgo boost. Ability in athletics. Movement points. Gonna give him extra movement. Yeah. Either dodge or this. Oh, that because you've got a moving beacon. You can have the pirate lady. Oof, that went down 10%. By 5, 70. That's probably better actually. That's probably better. Okay, nice little secret piece of info there. Big cogitator using rhythmic sounds, among which a faint ringing stands out. It's a telephone.
This could be an opportunity.
A holy reliquary, icons. Use card. Electrified Charlotte Xeno artifact. Okay. Back here. Safe. Steady safe equipped with several bizarre mechanisms. 55%. Try it. Oh, got it. Melter. Multi-melter. You got a range of 4. Pascal we use that? It's very short range though. I think I prefer him with his plasma gun. A multi-melter. Pretty intense. There we go. Plasma. That's the Chitauri weapon. He's strength 55 as well. Ooh, ouch. I don't think Pascal could use it. Oh, I've got everyone here. Okay. No, he doesn't have a motor proficiency anyway. Or maybe he does. Doesn't have the strength. Long way off it. That's got range of 10 for 11 to 15. Look at that, 21 to 28. Almost doubled the damage. Info I say. The largest type of melter weapon, usually employed by the Adeptus Astartes, and mounted upon Imperial vehicles. Oh yeah. Don't know when that's going to be useful. Wow. Big town. Safe. Antique piece of furniture is obviously well cared for, but its surface is still covered with lots of scuffs, scratches and stains. Traces of the previous road traders who sat at this table. That looks like a door. That looks like a button. Bed for the head of the road trader dynasty is befitting the status of its owner. Oh, what's that there? Bleeding. Excuse me, the wall's bleeding. Did I miss that? Oh, I missed the check. That definitely looks like a button. This definitely looks like a door. Damn it. Must have fucked up his check. Or maybe it's not a button. No, here. Maybe when I level up, I'll have to come back. Which will be a fair while yet. Okay, that's my chambers over here. Oh, I missed something. Just loads of stuff. Yeah, look. There's a fucking door. You can see behind it. Oh, God's here. Books and stuff. Yeah. Down below, it is down below. Hey. That's everything there. That's the balcony, that's the desk. That's the bedroom. Yeah. The secret door there. With all the loots. That's not a door to get through. Okay, onwards then. One inscription on the statue. This is a gift from the House Gaprak to the Van Valances dynasty. I wonder who House Gaprak is. We have this here. And then next to some loot. 70%. Oh, nice one. Abelard. While we're on Dargonus, I will check the Secretary's reports and keep an eye on the logisticians. Master Danrock does his job well, but a little scrutiny goes a long way with him. Very, very good thinking. I don't trust him. He's already tried to assert me with Jai. Pascal. The Von Valances dynasty throw, a visible symbol of the rogue trader's power, which now belongs to you. Let's go and talk to Hynix and Achilles. No loots. The lack of observers on this world has led your nobles to become extremely complacent. Today alone, I overheard 3 statements that, if I so wanted, could be turned into grounds for a charge of heresy. Wow. Achilles. The slender figure clad in robes made from expensive fabric shudders from violent coughing. Pressing a gilded respirator to his face, the man takes several deep breaths. Heinrich. Achilles, it's been many moons. I hope your cousin is feeling well. Achilles covers his burnt lips, trying and failing to suppress a coughing fit. She is in good health. She sends her regards to you, as well as her wishes for your swift return. Heinrich frowns. For as long as the stars shine in the sky, my vigil continues. So it does. Achilles thumbs himself on the chest with his augmented hand. You hear the clanging of metal against metal. I'm not so foolish as to fail to notice a conversation in code. Your insight deserves credit, Lord Trader. Then again, I expect nothing less from Theodore von Valances' successor. Allow me to introduce Achilles Scalander. In addition to his duties as Secretary of Administratum, he acts as an agent of the Golden Throne under my aegis. Master Scalander, was transferred into my remit by a colleague who was engaged in other matters in the Koronus Expanse. I'm sure you will find Achilles' service useful, especially when dealing with the schemes of humanity's foes in the borders of your protectorate. Greetings, Lady Generalmancer von Valancius. Allow me once again to express my deepest condolences on the loss of Lady Theodora. I will do everything I can to track down and destroy all of Conrad Voigtvir's encompasses on the capital world. Do you know what's happened to him? He nods grimly. Word of his treason reached Dargonus too late. Conrad came to the planet and left it almost immediately once she had sown discord in the minds of the gullible and naive. The worst of the rumours he started was that you were the one responsible for Lady Theodora's sudden demise. Of course, your loyal subjects did their best to skin alive any who showed signs of doubt. It seems unlikely that the Wardens got it to everyone who was allowed doubt into their heart, and now nurtures it in secret. It promised me the report. I have already forwarded all official reports to your Seneschal. As for the conversation we're having right now, I wouldn't trust any paper or data slate with its contents. You see, Lady Theodora, may the Emperor have mercy on her soul, was perfectly aware of Dargonus' political environment. You, however, have only just arrived on the capital world. I thought it would be best to bring you up to speed. Frankly, the nobles of Dargonus, much like the nobles on most worlds, are akin to spiders in a jar, the name of this quest. Ready to pounce on whoever is the weakest, or whoever they deem to be the weakest. The nobles of Dargonus are well-respected, rich, and powerful individuals who held Lady Theodora's favour for many years and found ways to rise above the rest by diligently serving the rogue trader. Every family pursues its own selfish interests, and each one expects that with the transition of power, they will retain and even add to their lands and wealth. Families would recommend giving particular attention to all the drive stems, the gapraks, and the sourbacks. Drive stem is the governor. Gapraks give us that statue, not who the sourbacks are. I should also mention the Versarians, not a noble house per se, but a family that was part of Lady Theodora's inner circle. To the Blue Bloods' great displeasure. Tell me about the drive stems. The drive stems are an ancient governor house of Dargonus. Predictably, the greater the wealth of the von Valancius protectorate, the fuller their coffers grow. Their reputation is flawless except for one detail, with evidence that Urban drive stems rivals seem to have the misfortune of regularly falling into Xenos raids. That is interesting. I find these attacks are a little too advantageous for the drive stems, but we lack solid proof, and it might never surface. The closer an official is to a rogue trader, the braver and safer they feel. I would just like to remind everyone that rubbing shoulders with the Xenos is a heresy, and it can only be overlooked. In the case of the von Valancius here, not her servant. Ooh, Einix doesn't like having her yet. What makes the Gapraks so special? Gapraks hail from a remote Forge world, and among their distant relatives, there are many servants of the Omnissiah, and the house itself is close to the cult of Adeptus Mechanicus, both in spirit and in their business connections. The Gapraks oversaw the industrial shipments within your protectorate until recently. Ever since the astropathic communication with Chiara Gamma was severed, they've been quite concerned about the security of the planet placed in their care. Gapraks, or Chiara Gamma, drive stems of this world. What about Sourback? Religious and hard-working, the Sourbacks own many enterprises, including distillation manufactorums that produce promethium. I must note that lately members of the Sourback family have been prone to overly liberal statements about the von Valancius dynasty. They believe that Lady Theodora is a bit too keen to leave her world without proper oversight. They want to step up and take the reins, do they? And what about the Versarians? The Versarians are a line founded by Lady Theodora Seneschal, Abelard, and as such are nominally considered nobility, at least from the standpoint of the Imperial Navy, for which Lord Abelard hails. And Dargonus, however, their position is precarious. Firstly, they never were granted an official title, a process which has been impeded for decades by the old houses of Dargonus, and secondly, the other families do not see them as equals, but more as upstarts, clinging to the rogue traders' favour. They were seriously responsible for the capital world's fleet, and the majority of the cargo shipments on domestic routes. Like, really important then. After hearing all that, I now feel the urge to have every one of those sycophants executed at once. He shrugs. Well, naturally well within your right, rogue trader, but remember, this will cause multi-layered bureaucratic systems of Dargonus, of your entire protectorate in fact, become part of the seams. And that's not even considering the likelihood of attempted reprisals from their families and allies. I would hold off on the death sentences. He's not even fazed by it. Act with restraint and wisdom. Present for all to see sufficient proof of the unwanted house's guilt. Do not mistake me. Mass executions are one way to solve your problems. In that case, you should weigh up every possible scenario before you act. Okay, that's enough about the nobles. Anything else you wanted to report? There was, your ladyship. This time it concerns the main reason for my presence on this planet. Xenos and the threat they pose to you and humanity as a whole. The last few months have been difficult for the people who report to me. Their eyes and ears scattered throughout the Koronus Expanse. Warp disturbances, astropaths overcome with madness, ships disappearing in the Imperium. Many of my observers and contacts have gone dark or been killed by some calamity or other. Still, I managed to establish communication with some key individuals who were able to warn me about incoming threats, including Xenos raids. These key individuals could be the pirates that are trading with the Xenos, or would they be Xenos themselves? He looks at you in the eye without blinking. It was in my power to supply you with intelligence and where and when Xenos will strike next. I do not doubt that Governor Drivestem will beg you for protection against the Xenos. In this fight, the information from my contacts will serve you well. I beseech you, if I ever report a threat looming over a ship or a planet, do not dismiss it. Sometimes it takes intervention from the rogue trader and a mighty voidship to avert a disaster. Scars on your face, what happened? He coughs. About 5 years ago, there was an accident. Several tanks of promethium exploded in the storehouse of my estate. I was buried alive under the rubble. The Emperor preserved my soul, and the skilled physicians of Dargonus saved my body, except for my lungs, to which I had to part. I presume the incident was an attempt on my life, but the identity of whoever was behind it remains a mystery. Okay? I've asked about the nobles, I've asked about his responsibilities. Yeah, I'll take my leave. Bows. According to the message I received a few minutes ago, Governor Drivestem has arrived at court. I imagine that the Chancellor is already prepared to arrange a meeting. All that's left is to notify her that you are ready to see Urbent. Okay. Clementia of Assyrian. I'm going to do a quick save because I don't want to go through all that again. Although I missed that fucking... It's annoying me I missed that awareness check. Your ladyship, Clementia bows her head politely. For a chancellor to a rogue trader, she is dressed rather simply. A parade doublet, polished boots, and comfortable cloak. She bears the sabre of Inculus scabbard. Whether for show or protection, one cannot say. Only her ring with a Vaserian coat of arms indicates that she is of the highest social stratum. The governor is waiting on the periphery of the palace. Please let me know when you'd like to see him. Okay, I've passed that awareness test. The sharp gaze, the impeccably straight back, the composure. For a moment, you feel like you're looking at a younger version of Abelard himself. Not his heir. Judging by the scars on the exposed parts of her body, Clementia saw her fair share of combat prior to assuming the position of Chancellor. Okay, what are your responsibilities as Chancellor? Put it simply, I'm your trade representative. Any and all decrees, deals, official communication, and meetings are first reviewed by me, then are forwarded on to you, and from you down the hierarchy. My purview also includes overseeing your ladyship's property, the palace, the estates, and the many gardens, and other domains on Dargonus they've inherited from Lady Theodora. Whenever you are present on Dargonus, consider me your personal secretary. And what about Dargonus? All deals and important decisions are made here in the capital. Many years ago, the ancestor of Lady Theodora signed an agreement with the Adeptus Administratum, which allowed for efficient management of the world and the neighbouring systems. In accordance with the decree, a share of the planet's population was assigned to the Ministratum, converted into servant to scribes. Oh, ouch. They now toil across the entire world. Pretty harsh. Dargonus is also the seat of several noble families who run all the major planets in the Protectorate. I may express my not so humble opinion. They care very little about who exactly stands at the helm. Those piranhas think about their own profits just as much as they do about the prosperity of the Protectorate itself, if not more. And lastly, Dargonus has its own fleet, a luxury unavailable to the vast majority of other worlds in your realm. In addition to warships, the Protectorate also employs privateer ships, which are used to transport cargo between worlds. Does the capital stay in contact with the other worlds in the Protectorate? Unfortunately not at this time. After the few representatives of the Adeptus Astra Telepathica and Dargonus went into a frenzy, some of the Psykers were tragically pacified by the respective authorities. Since then, communication with the neighbouring systems has been unreliable at best. Thanks be to the Master of Mankind that you managed to find your way to the capital. If the noble houses are so volatile, what sense is there in keeping them? Over many centuries, an intricate hierarchy has formed within the ruling elite of Dargonus. Great houses do more than plunder your treasury. It is replenished, to a large degree, thanks to their administrative work on their lands. Actually, you could get rid of anyone whom you consider surplus to requirements, but right now they could threaten the fragile stability that is currently holding the Protectorate together. Are there any other issues that I should be aware of? Apart from the disrupted communications, Dargonus was recently raided by enemies of humanity. However, the fleet under the command of Captain Marcius Resirian, Herdfather or brother or something, triumphed over the accursed Xenos. If you ask for my opinion in this matter, they have the situation completely under control. Another awareness. Catch her avoiding your gaze for just a moment. The first time it's obvious Clementia is looking out for her house's good name. But despite the confidence in her tone, you can tell she does not entirely believe her own words. Tell me about Drivestem. Urban Drivestem is a well-respected man, not just on Dargonus but throughout the Protectorate. For many centuries, the house has supported the capital's administration and the logistics between the von Valancius systems. Drivestem's efforts secured years of order and prosperity for Dargonus. What's more, Lady Theodore personally insisted that Lord Urban specifically be made the next governor. Oh, succeeded that one. One. The way you speak of Drivestem, I hear a hint of either contempt or resentment. No, I don't believe or feel either, your ladyship. A steely eye stay in the distance, the claw catching visibly. She speaks in a polite but clipped manner, clearly flustered by your insight. We have different views on how to run a world. We sometimes have discussions over the laws that are enacted, but we both work for the good of the Von Valancius Protectorate. That much can be said without a doubt. Thank you for your report. I serve Protectorate, your ladyship. Kilius Scalander, does he cause any problems? Why, none at all. Secretary Scalander is an outstanding individual and loyal servant. In Lady Theodore's absence, we collaborated on a number of issues related to the well-being of your domain, and he has proven himself quite capable. And I don't know why, but even the governor trembles before Kilius, which is unusual for a man of his, shall we say, standing. The last word brings a slight smile to her lips. Tell him that I'm ready to see the governor. She bows. I shall arrange for him to be escorted to your study. The governor drives them. Jody Mansell von Valancius, 20th in a line, rogue trader, keeper of the sacred warrant, and ruler of the Koronus Expanse, from the Koronus system to the 100 Dreams crossroads. I bid you welcome. Urban drives them, governor of this great world. First and foremost, please accept my deepest condolences. It will be difficult to recover from the loss of a woman as great as Theodora von Valancius. It pains me to think that she is no longer with us. The citizens of Dargonus and of the entire Protectorate grieve alongside you. Please allow us to declare half a year of mourning so that we can honour the memory of our beloved lady. I It's all the same to me. Do as you see fit. I will immediately give all necessary instructions, your ladyship. He casually presses a few buttons on the cogitator built into his gold bracer. I have to get a drink of water then. Esteemed Jellymancer, Lady Theodore was a strong leader, and we ought to follow her example. Let us lean on our wisdom, persevere in spite of this tragedy. Together, let us carry on where she no longer can by leading the Von Valasis Protectorate to even greater prosperity. Is he going to say anything worthwhile or just talking out his arse? Draftstem gives you a look of admiration. It seems he is quite aware of your fame, and this opportunity to curry favour with such an eminent figure, one he does not wish to miss. Alas, it won't be an easy task to accomplish. Some time ago, the astropaths of Dargonus flew into a rage and had to be subdued. We are gradually restoring our ability to speak with the neighbouring worlds, but the contacts are still weak and the routes are tangled and no longer lead to the systems that the captains expect them to. Given that the vast majority of ships in the Dargonus Navy travel without relying on the services of navigators, without your engagement, the well-being of the very Von Valasis dynasty and billions of its subjects is presently at risk. Conrad Voigtveer, Master of Whispers, is a heretic and a traitor, as he's shown his face on Dargonus. Governor pensively strokes the rings glittering in his fingers. Lord Voigtveer visited the capital some time ago. He did not request a personal meeting. Heretic, you say? Now I see where all the whispering in the corridors has come from. Don't pretend you didn't know. I shall be frank with you, your ladyship. Lady Theodore's sudden death was a blow to every one of us. The absence of any sort of verifiable and complete information about her successor gives grounds for all manner of rumours and misinterpretations, especially if someone is deliberately inciting unrest and discontent. Naturally, none would dare challenge you by accusing you of something as sacrilegious as murdering the rogue trader. However, Conrad Voigtveer once a true boon to the Protectorate back in the day, and as such, some might heed his words. Subject's doubts are understandable. Too many things have changed in too short a span. I would prove myself worthy of my position. Why, your desire is most commendable, but please do not forget, a ruler should never bow to their attendants, though some might see it as a show of weakness. What do the nobility expect from me in the light of loss of roots and the communications with other worlds? We are all troubled by the fate of the agri-world, Janus that supplied Dargonus and other planets with foodstuff. Empty stomachs can drive even the mildest rabble to revolt. Furthermore, House Gaprak is perturbed by the lost communication with industrial world Kiara Gamma, which is in their charge. If you wish to know my opinion, the world that deserves your attention most is the penal world on Vibos 6, one of the key mining suppliers in your protectorate. Let me guess it's yours. Such intrigue and concern for the Vibos 6 outposts. Doesn't your house happen to be own the extraction stations there? His eyes widen in fear. Your ladyship, I beg of you, do not interpret my words as an attempt to influence your decision in any way. You see, without the Vibos 6, the manufactorums on your worlds need to make haste to find new supplies elsewhere and arrange for new shipments. And in these troubling times, they may run risk of delays and other most tragic mishaps. Only concerns for the prosperity of the Von Valasis dynasty. It's fucking nothing. Food hasn't left Janus in 40 years. A couple of months here and there is nothing. I've already visited the agri-world Janus. Governor Viat found herself facing a number of problems in my absence. Truly, Viat line is one of the oldest in the Von Valasis Protectorate. If the inheritor of such a well-respected blood could not handle what had befallen her, then the situation must have been extraordinary indeed. Stensia succumbed to worshipping the ruinous powers, and she was executed. Perils and terror, it's clear from the unseemly grimace on his aristocratic countenance that his fear is not feigned. Ruinous powers, truly horrifying news. I command your resolve and unwavering severity. Death to the enemies of humanity. It does it for the planets and trade routes, what else? Xenos, your ladyship. I don't rightly know where to begin. He rubs the bridge of his nose wearily. Other wearily beasts are not an uncommon sight at the Koronus Expanse. They've been a menace to the worlds this side of the moor for decades. But now those abominations are on the rampage. They show no signs of fear as they attack ships, either damaging them to the point where they become unfit to transport duty, or outright gutting them. Or have you seen Drukhari steal a fucking sun? Only you have the power to stop this madness. We are in the process of restoring the astropathic choir of Dargonus. Luckily, we were forced to slay some of the deranged Psykers, although those that remain are as yet unable to transmit messages. I hope Master Scalander will keep his word and offer you support in the war against the Xenos. According to his reports, the region of the V-Boss 6 has been particularly concerned in the last few cycles, so all the more reason to discover the colony's fate as soon as possible. Blades in the Void. Now to issues on the smaller scale. There's a certain degree of tension in the capital due to the unorthodox section of the sacred warrant. Chances of uprisings are minimal, of course. The spreading of rumours is nothing but a sign of weakness of mind and spirit. Nonetheless, I have prepared a list of minor houses that have demonstrated unseemly discomposure at your succession. What's been done about them? Eliminate the most prominent malcontents quietly. Do not threaten entire families. Hopefully these steps will be enough to keep the rest of them from causing any more trouble. Once your ladyship's wrath descends upon the guilty, have no doubt there won't be a soul in Dargonus willing to share their fate. I understand, your ladyship. Your inauguration as a bearer of sacred warrant is about a matter of time. I would like to inquire about one crucial detail. I imagine you intended to uphold the centuries-old tradition boasted by an equally long-lasting friendship of being represented on Dargonus by one of the noble houses. I presume that, as before, this duty will be accorded to House Drivestem. Oh, do you now? Which houses can represent me at the ceremony? Any of the noble houses located in Dargonus. The Drivestem family, which I lead, the Gapak family, from the long times the Adeptus Mechanicus, the Saurabaks, known for their piety and diligence of service. Perhaps I also mention the Versarians, who have some influence but who are not actually of noble origin. Any one of the houses will be honoured to represent you at the ceremony. I think they're Versarians. You were late on purpose to test me. Abelard turns to you and bows respectfully. The captain, to accompany you at such a critical hour is the greatest honour for the Versarian bloodline. Have no fear, we will not fail you. Drivestem tosses Abelard a look that lacks even the smallest shred of respect. Forgive my boldness, but I must remind you that the Versarians, whose lineage traces back to a navy officer, are not the Dargonus nobility. Such decisions may have adverse effects on your subjects' loyalty, your ladyship. His face breaks out into a bitter smile. I shall immediately relay your commands, most gracious road trader. Thank you for your time. Okay, when can we get the ceremony? I pray that until you deal with pressing issues, the ceremony will have to be postponed. Many trade routes are still unavailable. The central worlds of the Von Valantis potato are going through a crisis. The warp disturbances, if void observers are to be believed, will prevent important guests from reaching the capital. Okay, that'll be all, I take it. Thank you for your time. Since duty calls, I shall take my leave. May the Emperor's grace be with you. You don't stand me up. Right. Can I find this thing now? I'm just here. No. It's just here. Look. Damn it. Well, I've still got half a level to go. No, come here. Damn it. Where's my awareness? -5. What's it -5 for? Pirate stuff. Ugh. Yeah, you can even see the bloody door there. And all the lovely loot's behind it. I was right. There. Oh, there. I was wrong, it wasn't there, it was here. Aha. Sneaky. I was about to leave as well. We have more Xeno tech. A mysterious item undoubtedly created by inhuman hands. I think Theodore was a Xenoslugger then, was she? Mysterious Xeno artifact rests in the stasis field. Cargo. That looks like a trap on that one. No, it is plasma shaper gloves. Plus 10 tech use. Plus 3 damage from plasma. And zealot cloak. And the wherever hits an ally with an AoE, wherever against plus 1 stack of zealot to the end of combat. And 10% damage per stack. It's an ally. So, if it was for enemies, that'd be great for Cassia. As ally, who does the most buffing for AoE? Pascal does. Where's Pascal? He's the only one who uses plasma weapons anyway. So where's those gloves? Action. Damage. And I don't think who else does AoE. Well, I do. I can get the but my cloak's okay, is it? Yeah. Pascal does. No. Possibly. Joy, do you have any AoEs? These are solo. AoE. Buff. No. You've got brace for impact. You don't really do much damage. All of Rockfree as well. Go to the Emperor again, the same as I have. Cassia is just debuffs. Maybe that counts? These count? It's only done once, isn't it? Oh no. That counts 3 times doing it in the first round. Wait and see, I guess. Magenta doesn't have anything. AoE. Pascal has the Machine Spirit Communion. Plus that. And that. Plus these. Yeah, maybe give it to Pascal. Because he always wearing the emergency injector. What are you wearing? You're wearing... Okay. Oh, that's that. Moved. Sit down there. Empty glass and 3 unopened bottles of wine set on a finely crafted table made from a dark marbled wood. crackling and a barely audible plaintive melody coming from old worn speakers. Rare books are arrayed on the shelves with the lavish, almost pretentious bindings seem to be identical. Sumptuous couch upholstered in fine cloth appears garish in the mellow light. It does not look uncomfortable. Okay, have a look at the rest of this area. Mysterious item undoubtedly crafted by inhuman hands again. Xeno, Misk, Xeno. This is disturbing. Holy, jewelry, no. Xeno, heretic, Xeno. Oof. Yes, that's part of the rogue traders' brevet. Shelves of the library are laden with dusty tomes. Your eyes linger on the works of several administratum adepts and memoirs of some unfamiliar explorer of distant death rolls. Mysterious item doubtlessly crafted by inhuman hands. Again. Okay, let's go and sit down here. Secret something. The secret room is remarkably quiet and almost homely. Perhaps your predecessor used it when she sought complete solitude. Listen to the muted melody coming from the Vox speaker. You can easily imagine Theodore reading a book with a glass of expensive wine in your hand. Have a glass of wine. The 3 sealed bottles sit on the sturdy looking table. They're labelled Grandmaster's Blood, Boon of Terror, Flame of Purity. Flame of Purity. The wine fills the glass, glittering in the dim light of the room like liquid gold. Its tangy flavour burns your throat, leaving behind a spicy, biting aftertaste. You hear a short, faint hum as an unseen motor stirs into motion. Okay, here's a book. The other books are stacked next to the sofa. Some appear ancient, while others look they've never been opened. Among Theodore's data that's been restored using the cogitator is the phrase "litanies of the motive force." Yeah, from the one on the bridge. It's the title of one of the books here. Yes. Here's the book, "Litanies of the Motive Force." You pick up the book, a hidden button in spine clicks under your finger. Okay, change the music. The fifth screen of the data slate before you displays the names of several Vox symphonies. You recognise the melody that's playing right now. This is the first of 36 parts of the Symphony of Honour and Duty. Play number 2 then. The music in the speakers momentarily grows louder, filling the entire room, and it goes back to normal, seemingly without any change. Hey! The room responds to your actions with a quiet grinding sound. A small nook reveals itself in the nearby wall. Inside you find a databank bearing the Von Valance's coat of arms. Databank from Dargonus. Nice. I wonder if there's any clues to the wine. I just chose a random. Okay. Oh, I'm glad I found that secret door. Here. See if there's anything to say now. Nothing. Right. Let's head out. Instantly restored. That happened before though. That was a Steam achievement. Someone news from Dargonus, Lord Captain. A subsidiary hive city, Scipione 84249, has been destroyed in a series of cascading failures. Production has halted, and millions of people have broken their vows of obedience and are fleeing. Many of them are perishing in the wastelands and overloading the transport lines leading to the neighbouring hives. The surrounding residential sectors are becoming increasingly agitated by the influx of refugees. What is your directive regarding the distribution of these refugees? What's the cause of the catastrophe? Unclear. The noble houses are throwing the blame at one another. Agents of the venerable Achilles Scalander, stationed on Scipione 84249, have died heroically while trying to save the population from this disaster. The latest reports mention some vulnerabilities in industrial sectors of the lower hive, but do not go into further detail. Additionally, all your servants are currently busy with investigating the causes of the crisis but not doing anything to deal with its consequences. What say my advisors? The death of Achilles' agents troubles me. It may not be a coincidence until the causes of the disaster can be concretely established. I would avoid letting refugees into other hives. There may be saboteurs among them. I recommend setting up prohibitive cordons where the refugees can be contained in the wastelands between the hives. Yeah, I thought about sabotage as well. The Emperor bids us face the often cruel struggles of fate with dignity. If the other hives do not wish to accept the unfortunate victims of this tragedy, then let the victims themselves teach those living in the hives a lesson in resilience and humility. I'm sure that the ecclesiarchy will aid the refugees in constructing camps to survive out of the wastelands and establish a community of proud desert-dwelling martyrs. Such harsh conditions will be a crucible of fortitude and fearlessness. This tragedy a feat of spirit. The noble houses are trying to wash their hands of this, how predictable, and yet it is their duty to see that the planet meets the tithe obligation and brings glory and revenue to the treasury in your absence. Let the aristocrats take care of the refugees and make sure they don't stop till every last refugee has some task to fulfill. What do I get? Blood of Scipione, what's that? Plus 1 deflection and plus 3% hit chance. Just me though. Okay. Magenta. Plus 1 efficiency. Wastelander's Prayer. Decreases enemy crit damage by 15%. Not bad. Prohibitive cordons. Lose security. Get Bane. Plus 2 memento for each human enemy killed. It's only humans though. Not short of momentum at the moment. I mean, it will help. I'm not ever sure I'll get momentum. In battles. I'll do this. He who dares to remain deaf to the pleas of the destitute shall be branded a traitor to the faith. Large labour settlements were set up around the ruins of Scipione 84249, to where the refugees from the wastelands and neighbouring hives have been rounded up. I'm going to cough, hang on a sec. In the harsh wastelands, scorched with industrial poison, with only a bare modicum of food and clean water, the settlement residents began the arduous and dangerous task of rebuilding their fallen home. Many of the ecclesiarchy's priests sought to share in this burden with the poor souls, coming to their villages and preaching to them about the righteousness of hard work. Some pastors have even chosen to stay in the camps permanently, where the desert cults of the Aconite martyrs have begun to gather around them, glorifying the Lord Captive and granting the right to suffer for the glory of the God Emperor. Hey, Dargonus. Restoration. We get with that, we get people. Lose 1 provision, so do I have provided 2? We have plus 5 bonus to all your skills. Wow, it's massive. You lose off a factor there. This one, root cost. Minus 1. Plus 1. Oh, it's a Extra profit factor, less security, efficiency, mechanisms, weapons and chemicals. Okay. That +5 to all skills. No brainer. Absolute no brainer, that one. I can't do these. Steel. Ah, there we are. You get Imperial Navy rep here. An escort ship. So, I'm going to pick up some plasteel. Got 2, I need 3. And I can do that. Nice. Cool. How long have I been recording now? Just over an hour. So I'll finish this episode here. Thanks for watching, everyone. A lot of talking, but making progress. Making progress. So thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you on the next episode. Bye, y'all.